Yes, I agree.
No. Also, I think also any kind of debate over it
It's over. It's
is
over.
over.
It's over. Yeah, it's
You
completely. Yeah.
you you cannot you cannot take anyone seriously anymore who is on the side of a
Yeah. Yeah.
genocide.
I
It's an
didn't ask you to make the case or convince me. Like I think we're done with that. Everyone's done with that. Yes.
I just want to make another point
Yeah.
which I find a puzzle, which is the attitude of the Palestinian
Mm.
people. In in my experience, whether I met Palestinians by chance in my travels in Israel, Haifa mostly, or I met them here more recently, and many of them. There is one thing that I find in common with them. That contrary to what you'd expect, they are not embittered.
Mm.
And I find that a real puzzle, whether that's due to some kind of deep religious faith or what, I don't know. But it is a fact that they are the friendliest
Yeah.
um, and least revengeful people that I've come
Yeah.
across
Yeah. Yeah.
against the absolute maximum provocation and
Yeah.
dehumanization. And to me, whether it's Palestinian diaspora here or you see footage of Palestinians in Palestine, Gaza, say, it's absolutely amazing to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I think that they are particularly sensitive, people blessed with a great deal of sensitivity. As an architect and visually, I'm also a sort of Sunday painter.
Mm.
Um, I find that their art, particularly their embroidery, also expresses a kind of
Yeah.
sensitivity of spirit,
Yeah.
and I think that is one of the really hopeful signs for the future. That, like in South Africa, it doesn't have to end in revenge, like the propaganda, Israeli propaganda would have
Yeah.
it. I think there's every evidence to the contrary that this is a magnificent people in their forgiveness to an extent, and in their persistence and love of their land and the ability to take any degree of danger, punishment, and
Yeah.
death, to cling to it. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I concur. I'll give you a personal story as well. I've traveled twice. I'm a filmmaker, and I've traveled and filmed in West Bank, not Gaza, several times. And with My Last Night, nobody cares that I'm Jewish, right? Like this
Yeah.
taboo really needs to stop. But what I've found in my assessment of that is they have a deep, keen awareness of your story, of the Holocaust. I mean, I found this everywhere that I went, that they understood so much better. The asymmetry is huge here. They understood the history of Jewish persecution in Europe. They say, we're living your pain every day. We're living the trauma that you're taking out on us every day. They're aware of it with a beauty and a sympathy to a significant degree. And I don't know if this is a Jewish thing or what, but the Zionist especially is so inward looking. It doesn't know it didn't even use the word Palestinian. It doesn't know the Palestinians' pain. It doesn't know what it's done. It is so looking in a mirror at its own pain. Like I said, traumatizing itself by retelling the story of the Holocaust ad nauseum over and over again. It's looking at a mirror while the Palestinians are looking at a window saying, we see your pain and you're killing us because of it. You're killing us. And it gives them this this kindness. Yes, of course, many get frustrated and they get angry. And of course, let's not downplay violence that happens. I've done plenty of shows about violence and liberation. But I think that imbalance is huge. It is so hard when I talk to my family members to get them to digest the Palestinian narrative, because of course it casts them as the perpetrators. But even without that, it's hard for them to hear the story of the narrative of many other groups, because they just keep telling their own in this deeply black and white loop that is making them into crazy monsters that we see the result of it. So I'm with you. I think the Palestinians are a steadfast, beautiful people with beautiful poetry, and they know their enemy. They know who thinks that is their enemy, and they honestly want to help them. they want them to get them, because it's killing them, but they desperately need the Zionist to get better and heal, or else they're going to get trampled by them. That's my experience. But they study ad nauseum resistance movements and oppressive movements in Birzeit University.
They are some of the most educated people on earth, because they don't, very often, because they don't have jobs, and
this
they
is
have
what they focus
instead
on.
But this is a ray of hope about the future, that the single state that we all hope for, the single democratic state, could actually be a reality because of the nature of the Palestinians and the potential of those Jews who remain, accepting that they may not be bosses.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I'll let you go, Stephen. This was such a treat.